This book has absolutely changed my approach to making music, and if you give me 10 minutes, I think it'll change yours too. Hailed as a living legend in the music industry, this record producer, philosopher, tastemaker, and founder of Def Jam Records needs no introduction. Over the past 35 years, Rick Rubin was not only responsible for introducing the world to hip-hop through acts like Run DMC, LL Cool J, and the Beastie Boys, but has also assisted the careers of modern acts like Lady Gaga, Adele, Mac Miller, and Tyler the Creator. What really separates Rick Rubin from other music producers is his more hands-off and philosophical approach to music making.
We're gonna go. See that? That should be the vibe, like what you just.
Yeah, it is so hard because there's so little time in each thing.
But just keep them really simple. Ba-dum, ba-da-dum.
Okay.
Ba-dum, ba-dum.
Okay.
He had the idea of how the band wanted to sound.
It's incredible.
Thanks. Now do you want to know what this is about?
Sure.
It's about Lubbock, Texas.
I remember there was a line about the statue.
About it.
Under the belt with one in the head, nigga. Nothing to help, I want it with the feds. Anybody killer for anybody skriller. Anybody out there know anybody realer.
He may not know all the ins and outs of Logic Pro or how to run a soundboard, but he really excels at bringing the best out of artists through giving them a judgment-free space to create. And I feel like that really translates into how he lives his life as well. In a 2007 Esquire interview, Rick is quoted as saying, "I don't know anything about music. My job has very little to do with music. My job has more to do with taste and culture and balance." Frederick Rubin grew up in Long Island in the 70s, surrounded by music. He was a bit of an outsider in high school and felt like he never fit in with any one particular crowd. And I'll address the misconception here that he doesn't know anything about music, but actually he was an avid guitar player and played in a couple bands during high school. After graduating high school, to appease his parents, he enrolled in NYU to pursue a degree in philosophy and eventually become a lawyer. And in this NYU dorm room is where our story really begins. Okay, not many people can say they started a globally recognized record label in their dorm room in college. Oh, you have? Good for you. Sprouted from Rick's desire to faithfully create that energy he felt coming from New York's underground hip-hop scene at the time, he decided to start working with a couple local acts to make records that he and his friends would like. Within a year, they gained the attention of Columbia Records, who signed them to a 7-figure distribution deal. I can't imagine how that call to his parents must have felt. "Oh, hey mom, yeah, everything's going well, classes are good. Yeah, we just signed a 7-figure record deal, so I don't think I want to be a lawyer anymore. Quick question, how many houses do you want?" And over the next 20 years, he's made numerous chart-topping #1 records with acts like LL Cool J, Slayer, the Chili Peppers, and revitalized the career of Johnny Cash, and was responsible for probably the most iconic and quotable line in all of hip-hop history.
I'm thinking maybe we start a cappella with, if you're having girl problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me. Bam! Right into the first verse.
I got the rap patrol. Yeah, that's money.
Back in the game, right?
Guess so.
Yeah.
Apparently so.
In recent years, he most notably helped Kanye release his classic album Yeezus, as well as working on Donda. And in 2024, he's now working with Biba Doobie on her most recent album. Now that you're more familiar with the man behind the beard, let's talk about this book. The creative act of wave being is just that. It's a collection of Rick's thoughts and ideas that he's compiled over the past 30 years to help bring the best out of artists, but also help him stay true to himself. It's kind of like the Bible, but for musicians. I swear, if this man decided to start a cult today, I would join, and if we just sat around and listened to him read this and make music, life would be perfect. Sign me up, I'll drink the Kool-Aid. I want to break the main ideas of this book into 3 chapters. A new way of seeing, a new way of creating, and a new way of living. I think I just really connected with this book because it came to me in a really dark place in my life, and I needed that kind of eye-opening, mind-widening experience. And even if you don't make music, I think you're gonna get a lot out of this, and it's gonna help you see the world differently, a little more artistically. One of the first things you're taught in this book is how to practice awareness and to realize how the way we perceive the world around us plays a huge part in our creative process. As I practice awareness, I gained a lot of insight into my own perspective. I realized that in order to grow, I need to share my perspective not only just in my music, but just in everyday life as well. And I also needed to focus on understanding the perspectives of others without judgment. As artists, our perspective is our greatest tool, and your audience, whether they know it or not, they follow your journey because your perspective aligns with who they are or who they want to become. In a more abstract sense, this book just put a lot into focus for me. This book showed me that I really need to take a break from the grind and appreciate the world around me. You know, to be grateful and present in every moment. Through awareness, my music has improved drastically, but I'll get to that in the next chapter. When I first started making beats, I had a real inclination to overproducing. You know, like having 4 guitar parts going on at the same time, mad drums, too many synths, and there was just no room for the beat to breathe and for an artist to rap or sing over it. And I was wondering why I wasn't seeing any sales or making any progress. But towards the middle of the book, Rick says, try to find the simplest, most elegant way to get a point across with the least amount of information. Some of my favorite tracks from some of my favorite albums are just vocals and guitar or just have sparse instrumentation in general. It really taught me that in most cases, what the artist is saying is the most important thing, and that as a producer, my job is just to create a landscape for those lyrics to live in. Probably my favorite quote from this entire book is, "The closer we get to the true essence of each work, the sooner they will somehow, at some point in time, provide us clues as to our own." Much like how throughout the course of this book, I learned not to judge my music before it's done, I also learned how to not judge life and to not judge any experience I'm having in the moment. Whether it's an angry customer at work, a guitar solo that's not coming together, or if I feel like I'm going to say something cringy in a conversation. This practice of never assuming an experience you have is the whole story will support you in a life of open possibility and equanimity. I feel like keeping my mind open has really helped me experience a more full life. Like, I feel like I know myself better. I feel like I am closer to the people. I'm closer to my friends and family because I listen to what they have to say a little more intently. Career-wise, I've seen exponentially more success in the past 3 months than I have in all of 3 years since I graduated college. I feel like certain content is more relatable and shareable and therefore more successful because it shares someone's perspective. You know, it shows you an idea or an experience that you thought was only unique to yourself. And for me, I feel like me being more open about my struggles as a freelance music producer or about my mom passing away so suddenly, it's helped people understand my journey, and I feel like it makes them want to follow me closer because they resonate with my struggles and what I've learned from them. Overall, this book really showed me a better way on how to traverse life. It's getting kind of dark out, but to end this video, I just really want to say that The Creative Act is a wonderful collection of anecdotes and stories and life lessons that belongs on the coffee table of any creative or non-creative person. I really encourage you to pick it up from your local library or your local bookstore because it has just so much to offer. Like, I'm on my 4th reading now and I'm still picking up little quotes and things that I didn't notice before. Make sure you leave a like and comment what you want to learn about next, and subscribe if you want to follow me on my journey and learn a little bit more about the music industry.
Feeling good, feeling great, feeling better. It's a cold day, still slaying my sweater. Dancing in genuine leather. Got my boots on, they call me Big Stepper.